Hello, Spencer with Townline Equipment. Currently, one of the questions we get often is, when can I have my implement? And it makes sense. It's spring. People want to get going. You don't want to be midsummer and not have your mower ready to go. So you drive down, you see all the different products, bush hogs, flail mowers, sickle bars all sitting here, and they look like they're ready to go on your tractor. There's a number of things we do to these implements before they get delivered to your property. And I figured today, while I set up this flail mower for a customer, I'll show you guys some of the things. First off, none of these implements get shipped from the manufacturer with their PTO installed, power takeoff. And it looks like it just slides on, plugs into your tractor, and sometimes it does. But other times, this shaft will actually be way too long for your tractor and that implement because of the length of your 3-point hitch arms. So what we do here is we test fit this. I'll attach this end to the flail mower, the other end to the tractor, measure it out, and make sure as you lift your implement up and set it down, these two shafts don't come into contact. If that happens, you're going to either damage the gearbox on your implement, or you're going to shove the PTO into the rear of your tractor. That's really expensive. That's more than this flail mower is even worth. So here's a perfect example of why we kind of inspect the implements and go through the check sheets before we ship them out. So this right here is your slip clutch for the mower, and these are your friction discs right here. And how this happens is all of this gets compressed with these springs, and when this flail mower comes into contact and gets such a load that the drum doesn't turn, these friction discs will slip. However, these friction discs were froze to the drive shaft here. This one, as you can see, is still frozen to the ring. So what we'll do is we'll pop these all off. We're going to get the rust off, clean this up, put it back together. We'll bring these springs into spec so it has the right amount of pressure, and that'll be done. And that'll be one thing off of our list. But if we'd sent this out without doing this, customer most likely would have gotten into some thick grass or something like this. The clutch isn't going to slip. You're going to burn belts, damage the mower, anything. So this is why we do our check sheet. The next item we do, we always check the fluids in your gearboxes. The manufacturers will fill these, but they're not always to spec. So there's 1, 2, 3 plugs here. One's your fill, one's your level, the other one's your drain. We're gonna make sure that this has the right amount of oil in it before it gets shipped out. The final step is your grease zerks. So this machine itself is going to have somewhere like 5 to 10 grease zerks. The manufacturers put those grease zerks on, then they paint these implements. Since it's done in that fashion, some of these grease zerks don't take grease. That'd be very frustrating to find out that your implement that's brand new, you get it back, you try to grease it the first time, it doesn't take grease. If that doesn't happen on these roller bearings, you wear it out in 100 hours, boom. Really bad experience with your brand new implement because it didn't get checked out by the dealer. So all of those things are pretty consistent with mowers. On these flails, we go as far as checking cut height, adjusting it if we need to. Sometimes our customers have specific height requirements they want. We set it to the customer's request. Those are all things that are done to these implements before they get shipped out to you.